Hey everybody, I'm Verna from stampinnotes.com. Welcome to Monday Mystery Stamping in the Meadow. And we have a fun card layout to work on tonight. That'll be fun to share with you, and it'll be fun to see your creative projects. And I hope you'll share them and Inking Joy Stampers. Also, if you comment and share, you will be put in a drawing for something free, something usually a little sparkly. And if you comment and share, that's always appreciated. And what else? Well, Stampin' Up! It has currently has a sale, 20% off the mini Stampin' Cotton Emboss machine, and I'll be showing that to you. And also some bundles, some beautiful bundles. And here's the, let me get over in the camera. Savings are in bloom. And there's the machine, and I'll put my phone down so you can see the beautiful stamp sets that are on sale. So if you get busy or car sick, just turn away a minute while I turn my phone down. And I'm going to spin it around. Move it over here. And I'm going to check my computer and just bring it up on this. Let's see. Here we go. I have a new laptop, so I need to see, where is the mute? There it is. I think that's mute. Okay, we'll straighten this out and get in focus here. Hey, Lucy. I hope you've had a good day. It really felt like spring today. Early spring, you know, the sap is running. One of my sons is boiling sap, and he's been able to make a little bit of maple syrup, so that's been fun. So these are the stamp sets that are 20% off. So if you're a demonstrator, they are an extra 20% off for you, so you would get them at 40% off. Hey Margaret, thanks for sharing. I'm going to be using the Beauty of Friendship, this bundle tonight, and you can use, I think, most of those in the mini Stampin' Cotton Emboss machine, so that'll be fun. And there's some beauties here. I love the Peach, Sweet as a Peach, Pansy Patch, Hydrangea Haven, Garden Wishes. I did a card, I'm going to show you in that tonight. I know, I'm afraid winter isn't over either. I sure hope it is, but you just never know with March. Well, I have to ask Teresa what her weather is out in Indiana, because usually that's what we get. I've seen a lot of people on Facebook or in the Stampin' Up! Community using the sunflower and blue and yellow for Ukraine. Those are their colors, and that is their flower, so that's interesting. And what else? I'm gonna show you tonight. I'm using the New Horizons Designer Series paper, and that paper is just gorgeous and so easy to use, even just if you want to make a simple card that's still beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna get my cardstock, and we have a piece that's 4 1/4 by 11. This is Evening Evergreen, and you can go ahead and burnish that with your bone folder. Another storm on Saturday? Ooh. We have our sow that is due for piglets still has not gone, but she looks like she's going to go very soon, so hoping that all goes well with that. And then we have 4 more that are going to farrow. It's called farrowing when a pig has piglets. So my card, you can do this landscape or you can do it portrait, and I'm going to do mine portrait. And I have a piece of Evening Ever or Soft Succulent, and I have embossed it with the wood grain embossing folder. You can probably see it. And I'm going to go ahead and center that on the front of this. I'm going to use my Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue. And I think I was saying last week, I've put it in this little bottle because I have problems with it plugging in the Tombow bottle that it comes in. And then a lot of it doesn't get used, and I'll try and get in there and use it with a Q-tip. And so I just emptied out, cleaned out those bottles and put them in here. So I feel like I'm not wasting it. And this is gonna go right here like this. I've got to stand up and see if that is centered. This needs to go this way a little more. Oops, I ripped that a little bit. Hopefully that will not show. All right, the next thing I'm going to use is this piece from the New Horizons Designer Series paper. And if you've seen that paper, well, I'll show a few pieces of it again here. It's beautiful paper for doing sceneries, and tends to have like a scene on the front and a solid on the back like that. Oh, my nails. Yeah, they do. Kind of minty green. Isn't that pretty? I hope this carries over into our annual catalog. I'm not sure on that, to tell you the truth. And this is the piece that I've cut that other piece from. This just looks so springy and Eastery to me. I really like that. Len Kern was the one that won the rhinestones last week. Thank you, Len, for sharing. And I forgot to announce it at the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere this on my front, centered. This is a great card design for featuring a bit of stamping or beautiful designer series paper. This sketch or layout is great for that. All right, so we've got that so far, and that in itself would be pretty with a sentiment on there and maybe a bow. Hey, Rosalie. Ooh, what are you cooking for dinner? I can smell that food. You're such a good cook. You'll have to let us know. Now I'm going to use the Beatiful Tree Dies, and that's one of the bundles that's on sale. It's the Beauty of Friendship. I'm grabbing it here. So it's this stamp set. Okay, Lucy. I know. Oh, chicken. Yeah, that's what we had tonight. Chicken and dumplings. And these are the dies. And they're kind of a hodgepodge mess right here. But I'll show you the die I'm using tonight. And that is this die right here. And we're going to make a tree for an early spring scene. I'm bringing in my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And this is the machine that's 20% off right now till the end of March, so that's a great deal. And it will fit dies up to 3 inches. And I'm bringing in my plates. This goes on the bottom, and these plates show how you should layer these plates depending on what you're using. If you're using an embossing folder, we do have some embossing folders that will fit in this, or dies. And I'm using crumb cake paper to die cut this tree. This plate goes on the top, and I'm just going to crank that through my machine. Excuse my hand. Sorry, I'm trying to go slow so not to shake the whole table, which I probably did, but you'll have that, I guess. Now let's get our tree out of here, and I should have done it again. So we're a little bit stuck. Okay, I'm gonna run it through again. Should have done it twice. Sometimes with the more detailed dies, you have to get a good cut, you need to run it through again. We'll run it that way and then back. Just like that. Move this out. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in my take your pick tool and just punch this out. These little holes right here. Loosen that, and then I can grab it and kind of pull that out gently. And there is a spring tree. Early spring. Has anyone seen forsythia blooming yet? I'm going to bring this tree and I'm going to adhere him to the front just like that. Oh, it does, Margaret. That's interesting. Facing up. That's good to know. I'll try that. Oops. And the point is small enough on this glue bottle that I can get some tiny little drops of glue on here. Okay. Let's adhere this down like that. I forgot to use my 1 by 3 3/4 inch piece, and I'll show you how I used it on the other card. Oh dear. Oh well. Now I've die cut these fences from, I think it's the Horizons dies, and I'm going to put them just like this. And this is from the In Good Taste Designer Series paper. It has a lot of wood look paper in that. Let's see if I've got those dies right here. I know I brought them over to show you. Oh, here they are. So these are the Horizon dies. And there is a Horizon stamp set also that goes with it. And I don't have that right here at the moment. But so you've got the fence and the grass. This is for a large landscape area. Little shower houses or cabins and mountains and landscape. So there's a lot in this set. Yeah, sometimes I do use adhesive sheets, Margaret. I sometimes like it better without it. So I'm going to go ahead. I want to cut off this one extra layer here on the fence. And then I'm going to adhere these down, and the adhesive sheets will be good to use for this also. All right, so I want that last one kind of out here on the, where the other layer is, the bottom layer there. And then this one, and you can tell where the top is because there's kind of a point on the top of the fencing. All right, and this one's going to be the same. That's going to go out there like that. It needs to go down just a little bit. Right there. And the other thing about the adhesive sheets is you don't have the stickiness from the glue getting on your fingers. This would be a really pretty sympathy card too. All right, so I am going to, trying to get the top on the glue and I've got it the wrong way. There we go. All right, now this card here, I used that long layer in the back like that. And this card, I forgot to put that on there, so I'm not going to worry about it. I am going to bring in my double oval punch and punch shape out for the sentiment. And I think I'll use the soft succulent. I would love to see your cards that you come up with for tonight. All right, so we're going to use that small little oval. And I'm going to stamp thanks on this with, this is thanks from, nope, this is on the horizon. I'm going to stamp breathe on it. And this is on the horizon stamp set. Grabbing a block. And I'm going to use early espresso ink on that. We'll stamp that right on there, breathe. Just like that. Put my ink away before I get into it. All right, I hate to cover any of this up. Let's see. I think I will put it over here on the longer, across the front of the longer fence. And I'm going to use dimensionals on that. Dimensionals are little foam shapes with adhesive on each side, so it pops up and gives dimension to whatever you're using it on. So we've got our little breathe. I think I like it up there. No, I still like it down here better. And I'm going to put a couple gems on there. Let's see. I brought over these classic matte dots. We'll pull a couple white ones off. I guess these are the cream ones, actually. They're not the white ones. All right, so there's that card. And then I already showed you this card. I've got a boo-boo there. And this says breathe up here. Let me show you. Now, you wouldn't think it, but I did use the New Horizons Designer Series paper on this card. This pink here. And this sentiment and the dies here are from, something Garden Wishes. And that's right here, and this is one of the bundles. It's 20% off. I love this die right here. So that's this, and then with the black and white gingham ribbon. Here's another with the New Horizons Designer Series paper. This is very simple. I've just cut my card base, Blackberry Bliss layer, the New Horizons Designer Series paper, and I've just stamped with Deepest Sympathy on there and used some ribbon on it. This one, I stamped this layer. Got a dot on me there. I used the Oceanfront stamp set to stamp the water and the sand and the greenery and the sky. The birds are from the sailing stamp set with the sailboats. Thanks, Margaret. And then I used that long piece. I just wasn't happy with that 1 by 3 3/4 long piece on my card. Except in the back, and maybe you girls will come up with something that looks better. I ended up cutting it short on these, like this one's shorter. And this says congrats, and then I used some of the pebbles here at the bottom. And then the last one was with the hedgehogs. And I thought this turned out cute. So this is a landscape, and these stamps are from the Hedgehog stamp set, or Happy Hedgehogs. And then I used the Hedgehog punch right here to make these little hedgehogs, and the sentiment is from that stamp set. It's so nice of you to be so nice. And it's a little bit off crooked look, so that's that one. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a great week. I should be on Wednesday with some more Farm Fresh cards, and have a great night. Take care.